This is San Diego News Daily.
Hello and welcome to San Diego News Daily. I'm Monica Hernandez. As San Diegans deal with this heat and humidity, families in the South Bay are finding a new way to cool off. This weekend, hundreds came together to enjoy the newly renovated Pepper Park. The $8 million upgrade includes a new splash pad, improved park spaces, and more waterfront amenities. Visitors say thanks to the shade and the ocean breeze, the park is a great place to beat the heat.
Oh my God, it's awesome. This is our first time here. I feel like we've gone to so many parks in San Diego County, and this is a really good one. It wasn't crowded, it wasn't Comic-Con, it had a splash pad, we could go fishing and easy parking.
All the good things. The Port of San Diego and National City funded the project. City leaders say they are hoping to secure more funding to expand Pepper Park with a new parking lot, picnic areas, and a waterfront promenade. Thousands of people nationwide continue to demand justice in the wake of recent killings by immigration agents. According to the organization Public Citizen, more than 330 communities held vigils and protests this weekend. Here in San Diego, demonstrators held a vigil at the federal building on Saturday. With signs in hand, they sang somberly while walking to the county jail. Protesters we talked with say incidents involving ICE are tearing families apart.
So these families are without their fathers. These babies are going to grow up without their fathers because of ICE violence, because of this Trump mass deportation agenda, and we won't have it.
There have been around 30 shootings by federal immigration officials since President Trump took office last year. According to the Gun Violence Data Hub, at least 8 of those have been deadly. As tensions continue in the Middle East, many military families here in San Diego are living with the possibility of deployment. But a community event held at Liberty Station aims to offer them support, school supplies, and other resources. The 8th annual Military Heroes Festival provided free backpacks, haircuts, food, and family activities. Organizers say the event shows military families they are appreciated, especially as some service members prepare for the possibility of deployment.
We just want to make sure that our military community knows that they're loved, knows that they're thought about, and that they're prayed for.
Times are tough right now, and we really appreciate everything that you guys are doing overseas.
Organizers with the Rock Church say they hope the festival reminds military families that they are loved, supported, and not forgotten. This was the 8th year for the event, and organizers plan to bring it back next summer. The post office in a Barrio Logan neighborhood is closing its doors next month, with services being moved to another location. NBC 7's Jeanette Quesada shows us how this could impact the community.
Neighbors we talked to say this post office has been here for years and they rely on its services for their own livelihood. We also spoke with some who say they didn't know it was closing.
What does this post office mean to you guys?
Everything. That's like our livelihood.
For more than 20 years, Ferris has walked to this southeastern post office located on Logan Avenue for all his mail services. Today, he was shocked to find out starting next month, operations will cease at this location.
I honestly can't believe it.
The U.S. Postal Service has announced services from this Barrio Logan location will be transferred to the Encanto post office located on Stevens Way. They say the closure is due to the lease ending.
As a postal employee, obviously I'm upset, but as president, I'm very angry.
Bob Waterhouse is president of the union that represents postal workers. He's worried about the closure's impact on the community and what it means for the future of the U.S. Postal Service and prices.
It makes no sense except they're preparing the Postal Service for privatization. You get rid of the Postal Service, we're the governor, we're the ceiling on the shipping industry. You take us away, FedEx, Amazon, what's the other one? UPS. They're going to jack those prices up and it's going to be absorbed by all of the customers and all the small businesses. They're going to be drowning.
In a press release earlier this month, the U.S. Postal Service says mail delivery operations will not be impacted, but Waterhouse disagrees. He says the community will feel the effects almost immediately.
We have a lot of people that go to the post office just for stamps, just to pick up their mail, or they pick up their medication, whatever it is. It is a community thing.
Neighbors from this Barrio Logan neighborhood will have to travel more than 6 miles to reach the post office in Encanto on Stevens Way for their USPS services.
It's ridiculous because this is the convenient post office store that's been here for so many years, They should open up another one for the community of Canto, but they shouldn't take away our privileges. We're taxpayers, we're part of the community. This post office is part of our life.
We reached out to the USPS office for comment and are awaiting a response. Jeanette Quesada, NBC7.
The last day of service will be Friday, August 7th. On Tuesday, postal workers are also holding nationwide rallies, including here in San Diego. That one will be held at 11 a.m. at the Southeastern Post Office. NBC7 meteorologist Brooke Martell will have a look at your weather right after this.
We are rolling. Your left, I'm sorry.
Let's do this.
Where do you get your information from?
Well, definitely start with the local news.
The reason why I love listening to local news like NBC, they give the facts.
California families could feel
They have a genuine interest, first as people and second as a news team.
Because this is their community too.
Sometimes the news isn't always fun. Bringing it to us every day in good and bad times is something that we rely on.
Nice to have you with us.
Happy Sunday. Taking a look at your local weather headlines. Yeah, a rainy start this morning. So we have that monsoonal flow that has really pushed moisture into San Diego County. And we could see more of that as we go into this morning and portions of the afternoon. We'll take a closer look at a weather model here in just a moment, but it still remains to be hot today and for the upcoming week. And we have that elevated surf. We have a beach hazard statement that now has been extended through midweek. So this is a look at your future weather pattern. And you could see where the activity is around 9:15 this morning over the desert region with chances over the mountains, but also getting into the valleys and along the coastline. We could get a few showers there as well. The chances for thunderstorms will remain over those higher elevations as well, and we could see more of that activity going into this afternoon, also over the desert region. And by tonight, it looks like most of this moves out, but we are going to be left with cloud cover, and the clouds will actually be a factor throughout most of the day today. And it's the final day of Comic-Con, so you can see here, those temperatures are going to be right around the mid-70s by 10 o'clock. We will continue to increase, getting close to those 80s as we head into the afternoon, likely reaching that for that max daytime high with mostly cloudy skies. So just make sure whatever you're doing across the county, you're staying hydrated, take breaks, and make sure you're checking on friends, family, that they're holding up okay in this heat, because this is going to continue as we go into the upcoming week. So if you have the beach day planned, Mission Beach, really busy spot the last few days especially. You can see we have those mid-70s with that cloud cover throughout most of the day. And like I said, beach hazard statement has been extended through Wednesday. Elevated wave heights, strong rip currents. Make sure you're swimming, surfing near lifeguard tower. Check in with them. You can always ask them what those conditions are like and if it's safe to get in the water. Plus, we have the heat advisory. This is for the coast, the valleys, and now it includes the mountain communities. So the mountains actually downgraded from that extreme heat warning. So you can see those temperatures there as we go into today and tomorrow. And then for the desert region, we are still under the extreme heat warning through Monday night. And we're looking at those temperatures to be from about 114 to 120. So dangerously hot conditions, mostly mid-70s to about 80 degrees today for the coast, 80s and 90s over your inland valleys. Same thing will go for the mountains. 113 today over Borrego Springs. Here's a look at the 10-day forecast. As you're planning your upcoming week, you can see not a whole lot changes. Temperatures want to back off a little bit by Tuesday into Wednesday, but then they rebound fairly quickly and they might even be a little bit warmer. Take a look at the valleys. Friday and Saturday, mid to upper 90s. I wouldn't be surprised if we get triple digits back in the forecast over that portion of the county by then, and even get more heat advisories and warnings issued during that time period. So we'll have more details on that if it does come up, but you can see for the mountains, same trend in the forecast, 98 degrees Saturday, 99 a week from today. And gosh, it is just going to continue to be dangerously hot over the desert region. 113 today. Looks like we're getting pretty close to about 120 as we get into the end of this upcoming week. Monica.
All right, Brooke, thank you. Well, for the first time in about 7 years, Birch Aquarium is preparing to once again offer a chance to snorkel with leopard sharks. Every summer, La Jolla Shores sees a huge influx in sharks, many of them leopard sharks. Hundreds to thousands of them migrate there for mating season. This year, due to the warming temperatures, they started to show up in April. Tickets go on sale August 1st. Aquarium officials say you should be a swimmer with at least an intermediate skill. Previous snorkeling experience is recommended. You need to supply your own gear. Tickets are about $35 to $40. There's more coverage you count on at NBC7.com. I'm Monica Hernandez. Thanks for watching.